So I met sis off of fucking Tinder, man, and decided, I'm like, yeah, let's start hanging out. We're hanging out, we're meeting up. We're hanging out, we're meeting up. I was always late. Well, this particular time, she's like, listen, we have reservations. She's like, yeah, meet her there. And I was just like, okay, well, where's this place at? And then she said, Addie, to a town that I was like, I don't know if I want to go here. Let me see, because I know I'm a classy bitch. Like, this gotta be some nice place. She told me 2. I got there 2:30. Whatever. She gives me her location, and I pull up right behind her vehicle. We walk towards the establishment together, and she goes to the hostess and says, you know, we have reservations for 3. And the hostess says, you know what? Just come in. As we're walking in, we see her friend. Her friend is, you know, celebrating his birthday. And when we get to the table, he says, like, shots to the table. So we're drinking shots, having a grand old time, ordered a big old fish bowl. But our waiter comes over. I'm not used to dudes flirting with my date. The person that I was on a date with, pretty woman, masculine presenting woman. And the dude is just straight up like, bitch, you can go somewhere else. Like, this is me and her date. And I was just like, is someone gonna address this, or do I need to address this? I was a little bit saucy, and I was just like, this is really interesting to watch, because I've just never seen someone just ignore me and just go to my date. So my date goes to the bathroom, and the waiter comes back, and I was just like, listen, we gonna stop all this. I pull out my card, I close out the tab. So she comes back, and she sees that the tab is closed out. She's like, yo, what happened? I'm like, listen, let's just have fun. Her friend is still bringing over like shots and stuff to the table. 2 hours have passed, and the hostess comes to us and like, yo, you know, I'm gonna need this table because I have a large party coming in. She went and talked to somebody outside or upstairs or something, and they because this was COVID time, so that seating was outside, they allowed us to go inside. Oh, because it's COVID, we're the only ones inside. No one was doing indoor seating. So we're inside, it's just me, her, and the bartender. So it was kind of private. So I'm just like, okay. So the waiter comes inside, and I'm just like, bro, brings 3 shots over. Did not ask for shots. The bartender was like in her phone. She wasn't even paying us no fucking mind. So, you know, I'm just like, let's have a little fun, you know. Mind you, the dress that I was wearing was a long sundress, okay? I straddle her, which is really nothing. I'm in a long dress. And then I see like a bouncer, like a big dude, just pass by. So she gets up and they talk. Whatever conversation that they had, she didn't like it. I guess we were kissing or something. I can't even remember. Spanish guy comes over, and he's just like, let me talk to you real quick. So they talk, and I hear my date's voice getting elevated. I've never seen her irate. He goes, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for your bill and leave. And I was just like, we're getting kicked out? For what? I never like to stay anywhere that I'm not welcomed. Like, let's go. I don't give a fuck. Like, we already had a good time. Let's go. Yeah, no, she didn't want to go. And I was kind of perplexed about what bill were we supposed to pay? Because I paid the bill downstairs. They were charging us for the 3 shots that we never asked for. She was just like not having it. And so he was like, if you don't pay for your bill and leave, we're going to call the police. She wants to stay, and she wants to call the police herself. And I was just like, 2 calls to the police? Like, no. And so there's like a side exit, and go out there. Like, I'm not paying. So the bouncer's like, yo, just go before they come. And she's like, no, this is discrimination. I was just like, why are you fighting to be here? Like, she's like, no, I want to speak to the owner. I'm like, why? The owner comes out, the Spanish lady. She's like, mommy, we told you to leave. You need to pay the bill. Like, is this about the bill, or is this because we were kissing by ourselves inside the room with just the bartender? Like, I did get arrested before, and it's because of a warrant I did not know that I had. So I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, do you have any warrants? I don't know if I have a warrant. I need to get out of here because I'm not getting arrested. I say to the bouncer, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be out. Like, I'm not waiting for the police. And she's like, she's waiting for the police. She wants to file a complaint. I'm out. I'm like, I might have a warrant. Then she goes to the bouncer like, I don't care if she got a warrant. Okay, so at this point, I'm just like, well, fuck this. I'm walking back to my car that's in back of her car. And I'm just like, I get to my car and I'm like, damn, yo, this is kind of fucked up. Because what if she gets arrested? That's not nice. You see, and because I have a heart, I go back. So I walk back. And I see her talking to the officer. And I'm just like, what is happening? And he's like, let me get your name. And I'm just like, for what? Why? I didn't do anything. So I debated on whether I was going to give my real name or not. But she offers him my name. The owner, she's screaming it kind of. They were being very inappropriate. And I was just like, what do you mean? The other officer was like, yes, I seen the video. The video? Of what? So he's like, they're like showing me a little snippet. So I'm watching myself straddle her. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, really, what is this really about? Like, now I'm out on her side. Like, she's like, yeah, it's discriminating. I'm like, is this because we're gay? Because it's not that serious. So that's what, so she was saying that. So I was like, yo, I'm going to stick beside her. Even though she didn't give a fuck if I got warrants and was going to get arrested or not. She didn't give a fuck. And I was just like, I guess I'm like, why would they care? I'm like, I didn't do anything. And I'm like, and nobody was inside the room. It was like private. So they're like, oh, they want us to pay. I'm like, I already paid for the bill. I'm like, this bill was $250. We didn't even order those drinks. You think I care about that little fucking $30, $40 bill? It's like, no, we're gonna comp that bill, so you don't have to worry about that bill. And I was like, no, comp this bill. Comp this bill after your fucking waiter was harassing her. Comp this bill. Like, yo, this shit is so stupid. Like, and she just had to make a report. That incident kind of gave me PTSD, and that's why I'm a little wary with dating now. The fortress is this high. I don't know who's gonna climb it, but yeah. Dates for me for now, like a no. Fly me out. But for now, it's a no. Do you think that I learned my lesson? No, I continue to kind of date this person afterwards.